Hello and welcome everybody. In the WandaVision finale video, I promised that I am gonna do a separate video on the mid-credit scene and the epic and the most confusing post-credit scene of WandaVision. So in this video, we are going to do exactly that. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you will never miss an upcoming update. With that out of the way, let's get started. Well, the WandaVision season finale had two post-credit scenes. In the mid-credit scene, we see Monica oversee the cleanup operation after the Battle of Westview and the arrest of her former boss, Tyler Hayward, who had created White Vision to kill Wanda and Vision. And while Monica was in the middle of things, a seemingly random FBI agent pulls Monica aside and tells her that someone was looking for her. And finally we get the reveal that this agent was a Skrull. So after the post-credit scene of a Spider-Man Far From Home, WandaVision is the second Marvel project in Phase 4 to feature a post-credit scene with his Skrulls being in disguise the whole time. So at this point, there is no doubt that Secret Invasion is coming. But here is an interesting trivia that most of us missed. It turns out, this Skrull was the baby girl Skrull that we saw in Captain Marvel movie. That is, the daughter of Talos and his wife, who were posing as Nick Fury and Maria Hill in a Spider-Man Far From Home. The agent refers that Nick Fury is there to meet with her now that she had some superpowers, as Monica got some super cool electromagnetic powers. And it seems like this scene is a setup for Captain Marvel 2, where Monica Rambeau will return for her third MCU appearance. So this was a pretty straightforward scene, but the second post-credit scene is as tricky as it gets. In the WandaVision finale, we see a Scarlet Witch fly away after she ends the Hex and frees the Westview. And in the post-credit scene, we finally learn where she goes. As it turns out, Wanda this time chose to live a quiet life in the middle of nowhere, enjoying her own company with a cup of tea. However, once she enters the house, we see that all is not as it seems. As the camera tracks back into her room, we see Wanda in her new Scarlet Witch outfit reading the Darkhold in a similar manner to how Doctor Strange studied in his astral projection. Interestingly, the music playing while Wanda is reading Darkhold is the theme music of Doctor Strange, but a little darker. So it is clearly leading into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, as Scarlet Witch is officially confirmed to be a part of it, and somewhat in a negative role. This scene itself gives you a hint of horror, but it gets even more complicated when we see her hear the cries of her children Billy and Tommy asking for help. As to what exactly is happening here, there are two possibilities. The first one being, they didn't cease to exist when Wanda destroyed her Hex world, but rather, they were sent to some another dimension, and this is where Mephisto might come into the picture, as in the comics, the children were taken by Mephisto, and the same might be the case here, because there are many hints for that in WandaVision, from Darkhold being the Book of Damned, to Agnes telling Wanda that she unleashed something too dangerous. And I personally think, even though we didn't get Mephisto in WandaVision, he is coming in Doctor Strange too, as it is just a matter of time before he makes his MCU debut. He is just too important of a Doctor Strange villain to be held back for long. Well, as great as that sounds, it might be the case that Marvel comes up with another explanation, as it just ends up being nothing but Wanda going insane and hearing the sounds of her children in her head because of the trauma of losing them and her perfect life. But whatever be the case, one thing is for sure, now that Wanda is reading and learning some dark magic from Darkhold, she is going to be even more dangerous going forward. But let us not forget that no good ever comes from the Darkhold, and this is where Doctor Strange comes into picture, trying to fix the magical mess that Wanda's messing with Darkhold might have caused. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. And with that, we will bring this video to an end. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.